Alright guys, I'm back and now we're going to continue our zodiac reading and we're going to start with Scorpio. Once again, it's a Taurus, it's a sun in Taurus and a moon in Scorpio. We've got those emotions, those intuitions in a very passionate and strong, will-powered, mysterious, um, emotional, determined, empathetic sign. So we're dealing with Scorpio right now. So what's the reading going to be for Scorpio? Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Okay, so we got Five of Cups and the Wheel. What's your focus card, Scorpio? Sorry. Alright. So Scorpio, what's your focus card? Okay. Connection. Alright, so we've got the Five of Cups in the Sun position. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. So this is an expression. This is what's going to be happening. A loss. Loss is not a bad thing. A loss invites you to new opportunities. So this loss can be of a part of yourself that was no longer serving you, but there's something that is going to be released. And that's all about the Scorpio full moon. It's letting go of the limitations, letting go of the fears, what is no longer serving you. So there is a loss that's going to be expressed in these next 2 weeks in the full moon in Scorpio. And when I say loss, you don't have to automatically go to the worst case, but it can be an aspect of yourself. It can be someone that you have been with, a connection, could be. Now, what the moon reflects is this wheel, and it's basically saying that there's a lot of paths. You're in this wheel, this cycle of life, and you can choose. You're choosing the decisions, which way you want to go each day. You're manifesting your life, and I feel that it's saying that a connection that is no longer serving you is going to be removed. I feel that you decide it's your path that you're walking on, and whichever direction you choose to go in, just make sure that you look at it carefully. That you just evaluate all the options that you have so that you're making the right decision for yourself. And this focus card deals with your connection. So I think as you are diving into yourself and the mysteries of who you are, you're looking into the connection that you have possibly with other people, or the connection that you have with yourself and your higher divine self. There's some things that need to be expressed out, that need to be, your feelings and your emotions need to be expressed so that what is no longer serving you can leave, go out the door, so that you can make the best decision in your life right now, that you can choose the right path for you, so that your connection will grow even more. Okay, so there's a connection that needs to be severed so that your connection in another area of your life, or just connection can grow can grow as well. So during this full moon, take some time to look at the path that you've been walking. See if it's see if it's the one that you want to, because you can divert and move towards another path anytime you want. It's your life, right? So take some time to see what things are holding you back. What connections are holding you back? What connections are actually making you feel very limited? Okay? So during these next 2 weeks, just focus on all the connections that you have with the people that you meet, people that you're around on a day-to-day basis, forever, how long. Just focus on the connection. See if the connection is worth having. That's going to be your focus for these 2 weeks in Scorpio. So once again, just focus on your connection and see if it's a connection that you really want to invest your time in, because you have a path that you want to walk on, that you're going towards, and if something's holding you back, then you need to fix that. All right, so that was the reading for Scorpio. Next up is Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, here's your reading. Okay, I'll shake the spirit. Number 1, 10 of Cups, and number 2, 6 of Wands. Pretty good cards. They all have to do with a lot of celebrations, a lot of good times, Sagittarius. Yeah. So we're going to see what the focus card is for you for these 2 weeks in this Scorpio energy. Sagittarius. All right. Here's your focus card, Sag. Ooh, what's that say? Responsibility. All right. Responsibility. Look into this for these 2 weeks. What are you responsible for? How does it make you feel? You feel good about having this responsibility? It's something that you enjoy, or that you feel that you is a good thing? If not, you need to look into this. So the sun is reflecting the 10 of Cups, joy, peace, family, harmony. The moon is reflecting the 6 of Wands, triumph, accomplishment. You run the race and you finish first in celebration towards it. So what I think this is saying is that if you feel that there is a responsibility that is on your shoulders, know that you will make it through. I think before I told you, decide if it's worth the response, worth your time or not. But I think what this card is saying more to me, and with everything else, it's saying that this energy of responsibility is going to be moving towards its finality. You're taking on the role of being the responsible one, or just this role of this aspect of and this energy of just being responsible, and that the the outcome is in your hands. And I think that the cards are saying that you're going to be on the winning side. So whatever responsibility that you have, kind of see it to fruition. You know, kind of keep going with it, because there's going to be good outcomes from it. There's a lot of celebration here. There's a lot of harmony, and people cheering you on, and people excited that things have finally happened. So I think the energy is basically just take responsibility, because it's best in your hands, and good outcomes will come from that if it's in your hands. So be the responsible one. Say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this on, because there's no one else better for a job than you. And that's showing in these cards. So these next 2 weeks, you're going to be seeing some really, really good positive energy. So don't forget about your responsibility. That's another thing. You can read these cards in many different ways, but I think just remember this card. If this shows up in these next 2 weeks about how you have to be responsible for something, or not to forget to be responsible, because it's up to you. These energies are following you this week, these really good energies. So just be responsible with these energies. Don't take it for granted. And yeah, keep it up. Pretty good card. All right. Next up is Capricorn. Reading is safe for you. Okay, here's the Capricorn. 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. And what's your focus card? For Capricorn's reading, what is the focus card for Capricorn? Destiny. All right, so the sun is reflecting the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles is a card of some hard times, kind of control, but it's not the best control, like power struggle, power that's kind of taken over and keeping it all for themselves, and not really sharing too much. So the sun is reflecting that, and the sun is in Taurus, and I feel like some material things, the energy of it is that it's a bit of a hoarding feeling, or a bit of just leaving the places in desolation. This card has a really big mouth and sharp teeth, and for the feet, it's walking on its hands, and the feet has eyes. So wherever you're walking, and wherever life is taking you, just be careful about how you express that energy, because you're kind of, it could be you're taking a lot more than what you should and not leaving some for people around you. The moon is reflecting the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is like, it's a defensive card. There's perseverance there. He's standing there, very tall, very strong, but he has 9 sticks around him saying, this is my territory, and I'm defending this. And I feel that the two of them is just saying that, and then we have the Destiny card. It's very interesting. And I feel like this is just what is supposed to happen. A lesson about so I feel that this energy for these 2 weeks is that there may be some things that are going to kind of be sucked. The life of it is going to be sucked out, and you're going to be defending what you have left, because it seems like it's being sucked out. Either you are keeping too much of something and kind of leaving things in array as you go about it, and you're being very defensive, but I feel like the energy is saying that there may be some troubles that are coming about, and it could just be some karmic, some things that are just, it's destiny's way of learning lessons and moving towards, and just going through some times where, but that doesn't mean that you're going to stay down. You're definitely going to persevere. I think that the moon card is saying that you should be a bit defensive. You should be persevering and saying, this is mine. You're not going to take anything more than what you need. So if you feel like there's someone around you, or something around you that is bringing some hard times, or some energy that is not, that is being expressed, that is just taking, and leaving confusion and a lot of other things, leaving a fire behind them, you should stand your ground. Make sure that you're taking on the energy of defending what you feel is to your heart, what is yours, and persevering through it, because there's a destiny. I think that these 2 weeks, there's just going to be some kind of lesson, some kind of element that is part of your destiny, part of a karma aspect that's going to be coming about. So I think the moon is just saying, go into yourself and look into yourself and be ready to defend who you are as a person, and possibly the things that you own or have, or things like that. Okay, because there's some energy that's going to be expressed this week that is not the most positive. It's definitely going to be a lesson. So knowing that, just be on your A game and focus on yourself and what you want out of life, and defend it with your heart. And I believe that you'll get some good results from that. So it's just a little storm, but it'll pass through. And especially if you look into this moon in Scorpio and kind of just dive deep into who you are, into what you're all about and what you want to be. Okay? So this is your card. Remember this, destiny. Next up is Aquarius. All right, we've got the Aquarius energy here. What is Aquarius? What is the full moon of Scorpio saying to Aquarius? Always seek the truth. Seek to help others and give them insight. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading. May 2007, full moon of Scorpio. Here's your 2 cards. We got the Temperance card and the 8 of Pentacles. All right, let's do a focus word for you for these 2 weeks in this full moon energy. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Transition. All right, so for these next 2 weeks, what's going on for you, Aquarius? There seems like there's transition. So that's what we're going to focus on these 2 weeks. So the sun is reflecting the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is one of patience and balance, be of health as well. But when I see this person, this older man who has a stick, he's kind of just walking. He also has a knife in the other hand, and there's nothing in the distance or in the environment that's really troubling or causing anything that's any disruptive energy. So I feel like this is just a take your time kind of card. Go at things slowly. Maintain balance. Okay. So that's what the sun is reflecting. Now the moon has the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is this person is hammering away at creating, at building his coin. You know, he's working at chiseling out this design for this pentacles, this coin. So the moon is reflecting detail, knowledge, working towards that goal. Okay, and then we have a transition. So I think it's a time where balance, temperance is needed. But I think what's more needed is attention to detail, to using your knowledge out there. Because there's going to be a transition in time. This full moon in Scorpio is a great time to once again release your fears, your limitations, and things that are keeping you down. And it's a transition in time for you, Aquarius, where things are going to be moving to another, they're not going to be staying the same. So it's a time where you're going to be moving to another level, moving to another place in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally. And so the cards are saying that you need to maintain a balance because during this transition, there can be some disruptive energy. So it's kind of take your time, slow down, and create harmony in your life. If you feel like some things are out of whack, then take this time to pay attention to the details and use your knowledge and really go towards this full moon in Scorpio with detail. Like write down specific things that you want to create balance of in your life so that you can move towards. Because I think that's the basis of it, is that pay attention to details personally in your subconscious. Pay attention to the things that the Scorpio, this new moon is telling you about. What are the fears that you have? Specifically write them down, specifically speak them out. Pay attention to the details of everything that you want to manifest, because you're in a transition point, and in order for it to transition your way, you need to really speak out the details, the minor things that you consider minor. You need to focus on that, focus on all aspects of it, so that you can stay in a balanced life. Okay, so Aquarius, this is your card, transition, and pay attention to detail in that mind of yours. Really pay attention to detail about it so that you can continue to walk in balance. Okay, so that's for Aquarius. And last but not least is Pisces. Alright, so for this full moon in Scorpio, Pisces. What is the Sun in Taurus and full moon in Scorpio saying to you, Pisces? Okay, let's show here is the reading for Pisces. The Empress, the King of Pentacles. And let's do a focus card for you. All right, this reading is for Pisces. We're going to finish it off with this focus card. Pisces, there is your focus card. I'll use that card. It just came out right over here. Aggression. This card shows up a lot. All right, aggression. All right, Pisces. So the sun is reflecting the Empress card, one of abundance, fertility, of nurturing, femininity, the waters. I feel that there's an abundance coming your way for these 2 weeks. Now, what is the abundance in? This King of Pentacles is kind of like he's sitting on his throne, all decked out, got a pentacle in his hand, a coin in his hand, and I feel that there's an abundance in material things, maybe some business, some family home aspects, but I feel like it's saying more business, Pisces. And so I feel that this aggression card for you is saying that you need to aggressively go after the things that you need. So the sun is expressing abundance, which means that this is a time where you can grab a lot because there's a lot to be grabbed. There's a lot of abundance in the air. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to have in your mindset this King of Pentacles kind of attitude. And the King of Pentacles is kind of like a strong, reliable, down to earth, steady, and enterprising kind of energy. So this aggression doesn't necessarily mean fighting or conflict, but it just means that, okay, it's time to go like a lion and go after this Empress, because as I said, there's a lot of fertility, there's a lot of abundance that's in there for you to grab, but in order for you to grab it, you need to move towards it with aggression, with that energy of like a lion going after its prey. And with this King of Pentacles, you see that kind of has those lion aspects to it as well. Sitting on the throne, got the lion right there, and even the skin here. So I think it's using this moon in Scorpio to go after some financial things. Personally, I think it's things that are abundantly out there. It's ready. It's just waiting for you to grab it. So I think that's a good thing. Just focus on this energy of going after the things that you want. Sometimes you sit back and wait for things to come to you, or just not as very aggressive. But this is the time right now where this very intense energy in Scorpio is there, and it's saying, okay, I'm here. Come on, come after me. It's not going to hurt you. So yeah. So go after things these next 2 weeks that are things that you want, things that you need in your life. And it's going to be there just waiting for you. It's up to you to take it. Okay, so here lies the reading for all 12 zodiac signs. I want to thank you guys for checking it out. And I will have all of the times where each sign, I talk about each sign, so I'll have that all outlined for you. But once again, thank you for joining me. When I do these readings, I light my incense and I really ask the spirit to be with me so that I'm guided in the right direction. I only ask for truth so that I can help you to live your life with intent. So to take on the Scorpio new moon, to let go of your fears and your limitations so that you can live an abundant life and that you can be able to help others. So I hope this has resonated with you. And you can leave a comment, and I'll be back in about 2 weeks for the new moon. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.